guys, welcome back to my channel for another video. If you're new, welcome. So happy you stopped by to check out today's video. I am filming on a bit of a cloudy day, so I do apologize for the lighting, but I'm trying to make it work with the time that I have. So today I wanted to sit down and chat with you guys, as a lot of us are getting ready to begin our new homeschooling years, and give you guys my 5 biggest tips that I have. These are all things that I think about and am aware of when we start a new school year, to just start the school year off on the best foot. Whether you've taken a long break or a short break, I think that these tips may help you guys out in your homeschools. Like I said, these are all things that I apply to my own homeschool and things that I have done year after year of homeschooling, being that I've been doing this for a while now and have seen that these things really make a big difference in how our school year starts. But before I give you guys my 5 tips for starting your new homeschool years off strong, I do want to thank today's video sponsor. It is FabFitFun. Back to school time means fall is right around the corner. Am I right, or am I right? And look at the fun fall box. I was so excited to get this box because, like many of you, fall is my absolute favorite season. And like you, back to school, the starting to think about the fall season. It's my favorite season for so many reasons. To be outdoors, I love the clothes, I love the candles and the yummy smells, I love all the pumpkin things, I love all of that. So I was so excited to get my fall FabFitFun box, and I'm going to show you guys the awesome things that are in this fall box. If you guys have never heard of FabFitFun, I want to just tell you a little bit about them. So they're a seasonal subscription box. Comes 4 times a year at really the start of every new season, which I love because it's always nice to get some new products or some new makeup or a new candle or, you know, whatever, for the start of a new season. Each box is fully customizable, and so you're able to choose the items that you want to receive, or you have the option of letting it be a surprise if you like getting surprises in the mail. I like to do a little bit of both. The box can have up to a value of $300 depending on how you guys customize your boxes, and you can get your box for $49.99. But even better than that, I have a $10 off discount code for you guys, and so you can get a box for $39.99 using my discount code that will go across the screen right here, and you can save some money on it. So the value inside every box far outweighs the cost of the subscription every month, and I've definitely had boxes where I enjoyed them more, or there were more products that I was really excited to receive over others. But I can tell you guys that I have been receiving FabFitFun boxes for over 2 years, and there's never been a box where I didn't feel like the value was there for what I received. So super love my FabFitFun, but fall boxes are always one of my favorites. So let's jump in and I'll show you guys what is inside my fall FabFitFun box. So the first item that I have to show you guys is a Phantom Chef 8-inch fry pan. It's non-stick, and it is free of all the it works for all cooktops. It's PFOA free and PTFE free. And so we needed a new one of these. This size pan is probably the size that we use the most just for making eggs every morning. So I was like, that's definitely a useful item that I needed to get. So I grabbed one of those. I also grabbed, this was another customizable one. You guys know I love my hats. So I was so excited about this buffalo check hat. I'll have to really bend the front because that's how I like to wear mine. But I love wearing hats, especially in the fall and being back to school, going longer between hair washes. Love being able to throw on a hat. So I grabbed that as well. This was another thing that I chose. It is a Moroccan spice candle by the brand. It's a soy blend candle by Haas, I think, Your Home. I opened it up immediately and smelled it. As you can see, it's already ripped open. It smells so good, but it's not overpowering, and I love this little rose gold cup that it came in. This, I just love that look. So it smells so good. Can't wait to burn that. I will hold off until I start to feel more fall-like. This was another thing I was really excited about. This is, I don't want to ruin the brand's name, so I'll just show you guys right there. But this is a pumpkin and ginger detoxifying charcoal mask. It is good for oily, combination, normal, and even sensitive skin. It's free of all the bad things and only has the good. Now, I love masks. I probably do a face mask once a week, and so the fact that this one is pumpkin, I'm so excited to try it because that'll just make my little at-home spa nights, generally Friday nights, will make it a little bit more fun and exciting for me. This Islands of Italy Bath Gel Peach Champagne Fragrance, I've actually had this before, and I love this body wash. So I was so excited to see this because I used the whole bottle, and I remember really liking it because the fragrance isn't overpowering at all. So really, really love that. The next thing that I have in my box is this little catch-all tray. So this is really cute for putting on your bathroom counter and just letting it sit there. There's a little packing material to drop your rings in or whatever, and then it folds up nicely just like that. So I thought that that was really fun, that I can just set on my counter when I wash my face at night, or you can put your makeup stuff in it, whatever you want to do. This right here, the Professional Pore Primer Smoothing Face Primer from Benefit. So I just want to point out really quick that these are full size. Benefit is a well-known brand and product, as you guys I'm sure have heard of it. This you put on before you do your makeup to help minimize your pores, the visibility of them, or you can wear it alone. But something like this is practically the cost of the entire box. So I just want to point out the value there because Benefit is a well-known cosmetic brand. Super excited to get that. And then the last thing that I have in my box to show you guys is this hip lunch pack. It looks like you can just throw your little lunch in here with it being back to school. I'm sure you guys can think of a million ways to use this. It's all reusable. And then you can roll it over and just put the little thing there, and then you have your little lunch to go. But instead of taking like a paper bag that you're gonna throw away, this is definitely a more eco-friendly option. So that was also cute to find in my fall box. So that is everything that I received in my FabFitFun box for fall. I am so excited for back to school and fall and all the things to come. So I think you guys will really, really love this box. So be sure to check out the links and use my discount code Grace and Grit to save yourself $10 off of your box. The fall one is always one of my favorites. So now I'm going to share with you guys my 5 tips for starting your homeschool years off well. I did write them down in my notes section as I was thinking about this video and praying over it. And so my first tip that I have for you guys when starting back to a new homeschool year, no matter if it's year 1 or if it's year 15 and you've been doing this for kid after kid after kid, is to clear your schedule for at least the first few weeks to a month. Clear it of anything. Don't make additional plans. Don't plan play dates. Don't plan doctor's appointments. Don't plan tons of outings. Don't plan really anything extra. I find that just sticking to the bare bones of what is important, meaning homeschool, exercise in the day, and taking care of like the daily things, are all that I can really handle that first month or so of getting back into the homeschooling routine. So I find that when I have a clear schedule and tons of white space on my calendar, I am able to handle the fatigue of starting a new school year a little bit better. Just the, getting back into a routine. Even though my kids are a little bit older now, it still is a bit of a struggle with adjusting to going to bed earlier, waking up earlier for everyone. So having a clear schedule just helps me be a more calm, loving mom, and that is always my goal. And so I find that having a clear schedule is my tip number one for starting your school year off strong. My next tip, which is tip number two for you guys, is to start the bedtime shifts much earlier than the night before school starts again. So it's totally natural, and I think everyone stays up later, sleeps in later during the summer. That's one of the best parts about it. I love it too, but getting back into a schedule is not going to happen with one night. So I find that I like to start getting everyone, myself included, back on the bedtime and alarm schedule at least a week before we actually start school. So that way we're adjusted by the time we start school, and then we're not adding being tired on top of, you know, the natural, like getting back into the routine struggles. So I find that that really, really helps. So that is my second tip, and not just for the kids, let me remind you, but for you too as well. So I know someone will probably say, what time? So we used to do 8 o'clock bedtimes. Now we do between 8:30 and 9, and then my kids wake up between 6:30 and 7, and I generally force myself to go to bed by 10:30, 11, and then I'm getting up right around the same time as them. So they're getting a little bit more sleep than I do, but that's okay. They're kids, but they are older. With my youngest being in 4th grade, I'm finding that we're just shifting past that 8 o'clock. It has been a hard 8 o'clock bedtime in my house as long as I can remember. So yeah, it's been a hard 8 o'clock bedtime here for many years, but we are shifting past that. But we are still going to be getting back on our bedtime schedule at least a week before school starts. And I really, really, really think that that helps everyone start the year off on a better note. My third tip for you guys is to have a flexible attitude and spirit. Pray for that. Pray for God to give you the grace and patience that you need. I am always praying for that, but I do find myself praying for that more at the beginning of a new school year. We all go into it, even if we're aware of it and trying not to have expectations. We all have expectations. It's human nature. And it's good to have a plan, and it's good to have goals. But I really find that if I am expecting too much, I'm going to definitely get more frustrated and more disappointed. Especially if I'm envisioning like, we're going back to school, this is gonna be awesome, because I truly feel that way. Like, I love homeschooling and I love that time with my kids. But you know, when you feel that way and then you're met with a teenage attitude, it can kind of create a little tension there. So I always am praying for a flexible attitude and spirit, but that's just something that I like to remind everyone of, is that sometimes those expectations, they don't get met, and it's not really worth getting super upset about. Just remember, it's the beginning of a new year, you have plenty of time, and everything will work out, you know? Number 4 for my 5 tips is to be prepared as much as you can as the mom. So definitely crack open those materials, thumb through them, have an understanding of what you're doing so that you have all the things you need. It's natural for the beginning of a homeschool year to feel a little disjointed as everyone is using new materials and you haven't quite figured out how they all flow together and how they all work together. That is totally normal and totally something we all go through. But I do like to kind of flip through things to know, like, okay, you know, this is what we're going to be talking about, or this is what their very first few lessons are like. And I just like to feel prepared. So I set all the materials out for morning basket the night before. I have my whiteboard with the date on it and our memory verse. Like, just doing those little things to be prepared really helps always start my homeschool week off on a good note, but especially at the beginning of a new school year. And my last tip for you is to get your kids excited about a new school year. So talk to them weeks leading up to when school will be starting. Definitely let them know when that day is going to be. If you want to and are able to, you know, maybe a new back to school outfit, get some new school supplies, take those first day of school pictures by your front door if you enjoy doing that. get your kids excited for a new school year, and also do some sort of new student orientation. So I know a lot of you guys probably grew up in public school like I did. Our first day of school, we didn't really do actual school work. We learned, like, this is where the class is, this is my locker combination, this is my teacher, here's my list of what I need for school. And I think a lot of times homeschooling moms forget that that's what the first few days of a new school year entail in public school. And we as homeschoolers, we jump right into lesson number 1 on day 1, and I am guilty of that and will do that this year as well. But it is important to walk your kids through their curriculum, show them where things are, show them if they're doing any like computer stuff, how to log in, have them log in and log out a few times, show them where their password is written down so they know that. Just kind of go over things, take them around the homeschool room, show them where the pencils are if you've moved them like I have. Just kind of get your kids familiar with what they're going to be doing, because that will save you so many questions and frustrations between you and your kids on the first day of school when they're like, I don't know how to log in, I can't log in, I don't know what to do. And trust me, I'm speaking from experience. So don't forget about doing a new student orientation. Just because you homeschool, it is still something really important for starting your school year off on the right foot. So I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my 5 tips. If you have a tip for starting your new homeschooling year off on a great note, drop it down below. I think it will be really encouraging for all the moms who come to my channel to read through the comments and see what you guys think and what your advice is for starting a new school year. And I will love to read them as well. So please leave a comment down below. And don't forget to check out FabFitFun if you're interested. The coupon code and the link is in my description box. But I am super excited to start back to school here shortly, and I hope you guys are too. We've had a great summer, and I hope you all have as well. And I will see you all in my next video really soon. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.